Hey, welcome to video number 220 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things.
BNI and networking.
Yeah, that was a big sigh. I am Mark Simmons.
Sometimes it's a heavy crown to carry.
It really is. It really is. That's why I have it. Oh, no, here it is. Boom, the crown.
It's a heavy crown. That's why it's all slanted, right? Because sometimes it's just all in all. Heavy is the head that carries the crown.
That's right. So Hazel, this week, last video, we were together. Well, in person.
We were, yeah.
Yeah. And this week we're not. We're back to this format, which is great. So Hazel, you know what? 10,800 chapters around the world have one thing in common. You know what that one thing in common is? Do you?
All use the system.
They do all use the system, but here's the thing. They were all started by one person. One person with a crazy idea that this just might work. And they told a friend and they got their people together, but they all started with one person.
Yeah, that's true.
And so now we look at, well, there's chapters who are doing amazing and there's chapters who are finding things challenging. And the same thing holds true, I would think, and you can enlighten me on this, is that it only really takes one person to really want to change a chapter that is struggling.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it takes that one person. Here's the issue with that, though. It takes one person to do it, but it has to be a person strong enough that they're going to stand up to the backlash of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it's been a chapter that for a long time has done things a certain way and now suddenly they're not, they're going to push back hard, like a child does. They're going to push back. And they're going to throw temper tantrums. They're going to threaten to walk out and take half the people with them. All kinds of things happen. But if you can find 1 to 3 people in the chapter that will come together and say, we're going to stand together, or I'm going to stand here until I find the other 2 or 3 people who want to do this. And we're going to turn this chapter back around and get it back on track. Because as you always say, nobody decided to join BNI to use your opinion of the system.
That's right. That's right. They do not pay, BNI members do not pay for someone's opinion of how a chapter should run. They're paying for a program.
Right. They're paying for a system, right? Yeah. And chapters sometimes get off the system. They change this thing and this thing. They let a few people have lots of absences. And then a few more people start coming late. And then a few more people. And it's hard to change. Ivan Misner always said the one thing we do really well, one thing that we absolutely do really well is we teach people how to build amazing relationships, business, friendships, camaraderie, we great relationships. The one thing that we do really well, but causes us a big problem, is we teach people to create those relationships. And then they become friends versus business relationships, right? They take too far to the friend side.
Yep.
And friends don't hold friends accountable, because when my friend and I used to work out together, if one of us didn't feel like working out and we wanted to go get ice cream instead, the other one supported that.
Yeah, definitely. And just want to make this clear though, we're talking not about if you're the one member who says, I don't like the way our chapter's running and I'm going to do it this way, but it's not the BNI program. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about bringing it back to the BNI program.
Back to center. So, because you get off center, right? Chapters often get off center. Even business owners get off center because they forget their vision. They forget what they were doing, off their mission, and they get off center. And so it just takes a couple strong members, 1 or 2 strong members, to just start to bring it back. But those members are strong enough to stand in the face of unhappiness, of people being angry, right? And if you're making good money in the chapter, you're going to stay in a chapter. You're not going to leave because you're going to stay.
Yeah.
It's often, I've heard people say, if this happens, I'm leaving and I'm taking half this chapter with me.
They threaten that a lot.
They threaten it a lot, and then they leave. And they do have members that go, yeah, but we're going, we're out. And then it happens. And then the one person leaves and the rest go,
Well,
go some other time.
yeah, I didn't, because we know that if members are making money, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're going to stay. And we're feeling that right now too, aren't we? With the chapters transitioning back face to face. We've got that exact dynamic going on with people going, well, we'll quit if that happens, but not necessarily going.
Yeah, because the chapters that have gone back face to face more than once, those members haven't left because they're making money.
They're making money, and that's the point of BNI, is to support each other in growing our businesses and making money. Yes, we want you to have a relationship, but we want you to stay inside the system because the system is a proven system.
Yeah.
And I don't like it when we change the system and they sell it to a new member, because now I've just got someone brand new buying a defective product that's not working well.
That's right.
I bought a car with no brakes.
Yeah. And using the car analogy, so we've had discussions recently with a bunch of chapters, and we're talking about bringing them back to center, and they're like, but it works. Well, a car with a square wheel works too.
But it could work way more effectively. You could be making a lot more money.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not, if the chapter's happy to sit in the mud, I'm happy to just let them do it until they get tired of it, right? I'll just keep saying, I'm here to help you when you're really ready.
Mm-hmm.
We'll support you in it, but usually it takes a couple, one or two strong members in the group.
Yeah. And to that point about support, that's really important, is we will support, and our regional support teams will support the members who want to bring it back and who do the BNI things and who do them correctly and follow the process, the policies, procedures. As long as you're doing it right, we will support it. We will have
we're right there to stand with you.
Yeah.
We'll be right there to stand with you. So don't get dismayed about a chapter that's declined. Take a look at it and go, what can I do? What can I do to bring this back to center so that we're all being successful? And don't worry about the people who don't want to do it. It's okay. All the right people will show up.
Now, saying all this, just a warning to those of you right now who are going, you know what? I'm going to do this.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't go do this right now. Speak with your chapter consultant or your director consultant or your franchise owners or whoever it is first. Have a discussion with somebody first to come up with a plan.
Yeah, and let us help you come up with a plan. We've got great programs that we can bring in and help you and support you, right? We've got a lot. I was just talking to another director about a program they're using. We've got a lot of tools to help you, but you have to be ready and you have to be willing to do the work.
Yeah.
And
you'll be making some unpopular choices because some opinions are, you can't do this. And we'll be like, no, you can't.
You can be popular, but you might not be being successful. And if you want it to be successful, you might not be the most popular person in the room to everybody. But eventually, I've seen chapters do this. Everybody goes, remember when we let it slide before?
Yeah.
And how that person helped us do that. And let's not let it slide again.
Yeah.
It really does make an impact when a chapter shifts and they bring it back and they just start to see that glory again. They will remember that and they will not easily go back again.
So there's always opportunity to do the right thing. We're here to support you. Speak with your support teams first, come up with a plan.
Let's help you.
Yeah, and it only takes one person to start it.
Absolutely.
All righty, Hazel Walker, until next time.
See you then.
Ah.